Alright, we're going to try this again. Welcome back to the weird side of YouTube. I am DC Knipe, and this is Show and Tell, my new series where I show something cool that I have, and I tell you about it. I tried to record this a little bit ago. I tried to record this already, and it said it was recording, and then it only got the last 3 minutes of it, so I'm not really sure what happened there. But we're going to try it again. Today, I am showing you my CD collection. Now, these are not a collection where I just set them on a shelf and don't do anything with them. Hence why they are in these cases. This is a collection that I actually use. I play them on my CD player because I love music. And we're just going to dive right in. The first one is Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. It is a classic. These are my lullabies when I was a kid. She's an icon. Okay. The best song on this album is probably I Will Be There. I love that song. And Born to Make You Happy. The second one is Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears. I used to hate all the ballads on this song, but I've learned to appreciate them. My favorite song is probably Stronger. Cliche, but it's true. The third one is her self-titled album, Britney. Fun fact, this album used to freak me out. I did not like it. The energy of it just put me off. I was raised in a very conservative Christian home, and Britney expressing her sexuality really messed with me, and I did not like it. It took me a while to get over that, but I forced myself to listen to this album anyway, and when I did, I fell in love with Overprotected, which was literally my theme song, because I'm horribly gay, in case you can't tell, and my parents are super homophobic. But I also loved Anticipating, which is a beautiful song. And eventually I unlearned all those terrible toxic things that my parents instilled into me, and now I love Britney for who she is and what she does. And I don't care if she expresses her sexuality. In fact, I encourage it. So, yay growth. This next one is The Collection by Alanis Morissette. I've always loved Alanis Morissette. Everything she does is golden to me. Obviously, I love Ironic and all the other iconic singles that she's put out, but my favorite of everything on this album has got to be Hands Clean. It's just the prettiest, calmingest song I've ever heard. This next album is Scarlett's Walk by Tori Amos. And my first experience with Tori Amos was from my big sister, who was older than me. She was in college, I was in high school. She put on a CD, and it was Tori Amos, and I just fell absolutely in love with her lyricism, her storytelling through music. It was just an awakening for me. The best song on the album is probably Another Girl's Paradise. I just love that song so much. Pancake's really good too. Pancake's really angry, and I love it. This is another album by Tori Amos, probably her best album in my opinion. I know that's controversial. It's The Beekeeper. I know a lot of Tori Amos fans actively dislike this one. I love it. It's the most beautiful, poetic, calming, motherly album I've ever heard. My favorite song on this is Sleeps with Butterflies. I love it so much. This next one is Stevie Nicks, Crystal Visions. It's basically a best of all of her best stuff, whether it was Fleetwood Mac or not. And I absolutely love everything she's ever done. My favorite song by her is probably Edge of 17. I know that's a cliche choice, but as soon as I found out that that song is about death, it clicked, and I fell absolutely head over heels in love with it, because I lost my dad at a young age, I lost my best friend at a young age, back to back, basically. And death is really strange, it's weird, you think you're dreaming for a good month, nothing feels real, nothing feels like it matters, nothing feels like it will have consequences. It's kind of like you're drunk, everything is just topsy-turvy, and I think she hit the nail on the head. But, this next one is Truly, Madly, Completely, the best of Savage Garden. I love Savage Garden, I have since I was a kid. Darren is, I think, a gay man that we can all aspire to emulate. He's a good person. Crash and Burn has always been my favorite by them. Affirmation is amazing as well. I love Affirmation. This is a girl band that you might remember, maybe not. They're called Dream. I have their whole CD, their whole debut CD. You might know their song, He Loves You Not. That was iconic. That was everywhere on the radios for a good year and a half. It's a really cool song. I'm sad that these girls didn't make it. It's probably because Sean P. Diddy Combs made them, dipped them into like some urban flavor, so because he thought that would sell. Obviously it did not. I think that authenticity sells, but that's just me. This next one is Emily Autumn's album Fight Like a Girl. My favorite song by her is Swallow, but unfortunately it is on the Affiliac album and I do not have that physical yet. My favorite song on this album is Time for Tea and Good Night, Sweet Ladies. And Time for Tea, I will scream at the top of my lungs every time it comes on. It is a gorgeous song. Very angry, very revenge motivated, very dark, deliciously dark, darling. And this is Three Doors Down. It's basically another best of. I know these guys are shitheads because they did a concert at a Trump rally. I think back when Trump first got elected or something. Well, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with their choices. They need to keep that in the bedroom. I don't agree with their lifestyle. But I do like their music, and I think that you can separate them. Next one we have is Pink's greatest hits so far. Everything Pink does is amazing. She's an icon. She's a rock star. I love everything about her. She's everyone's big sister, basically. You fuck with her, she'll fuck with you back. She's a mom now. I don't know if that's calmed her down now. It doesn't seem like it has. She still seems like very, I'll fuck you up if I have to, especially when it comes to her daughter. I really, really like all her music and her energy. Same thing with Dream, though, is when she first got signed, they made her act like she was like this urban white girl. They made her act like she was urban and really into R&B, but her whole thing was rock the whole time, so I'm glad she's doing her own thing now. This next one is the greatest hits from Fleetwood Mac. Unfortunately, it does not have my favorite song by them on it, The Chain, but it does have a really good song called Tusk on this album, and I will rock out to that song till I die. That's such a good song. Fleetwood Mac is amazing, with or without Stevie. These next CDs are the best albums, well, the best band of all time, I love, and that is A Perfect Circle. This is their best of, or like a collection of singles called 360. I do want to get all three of the CDs that the songs on here are taken from, like the whole albums, eventually, but for now this will have to do. The best songs on here are from Rodenoms, which is their first album, and honestly the best album of all time. Top 10 easily for me. The best songs on here from that album are Three Libras and Judith, and I love those songs so much. They got me through high school. This next one is their new album. Unfortunately, it did not come with a booklet. It is called Eat the Elephant, and they still got it. Some of these songs are amazing. So Long and Thanks for All the Fish is beautiful and sad and funny at the same time, and I love it. I also love The Doomed. Everything on here is great, and if you haven't gotten this album yet, you should. This next one is a YouTuber album. Her name is Taylor Davis. She's a violinist. This is songs from Legend of Zelda that she's reworked into her own. They're really pretty. I love them. I love her. She's super cool. This next one is the soundtrack to Rocket Man, the musical about Elton John and his career. Taron Egerton is a sexy motherfucker, and I love him. The guy that plays Elton John in this movie. I also love Elton John. His music's amazing. He's an icon. This next one is Playlist, Britney Spears. It's like a collection of singles again. I got this because it has the remix of Crazy, the Stop remix, the single version that was from the movie of the same name, Drive Me Crazy, in the 90s. They never re-released the first album and put it on there, which is unfortunate, I think. But at least I have a CD with it on it. This is Closer, the very best of Sarah McLachlan. And I love Sarah McLachlan. Everything she does is absolutely amazing. Hold On is probably my favorite song by her. That and Fallen. This is Faith Hill, The Hits. I love Faith Hill. She was a country queen back in the 90s. And I just think that she is amazing. All of those poppy hits. She was like the first one to really cross over from country to pop and still have her country roots for everyone to see. And I think she did it well. I'm a fan. This next one is from my rockers, Linkin Park, Meteora. Their best album in my opinion. May Chester rest in peace. Hit the Floor is the best song on this in my opinion. I will scream it. I love it. I love that album. This is called The Little Mermaid, the greatest hits, but it just has music from the first movie and not even the really good ones from the animated series, so whatever. This is Reba, Icon. It has all of her classic stuff. Little Rock, The Heart is a Lonely Hunter, Fancy, The Heart Will Lie, all the good stuff. This is Jewel's greatest hit, and I understand a lot of people find Jewel to be overrated. I think she wants to be like Alanis Morissette and Sarah McLachlan and Tori Amos and all the great freaky art chicks out there, but I just don't think she can get there. That's why she went pop, I think. But I really like all of her songs. I don't think she's a poser or anything like that. I think she really does feel these very strong emotions. I just don't think she's on the level of poeticism like Tori Amos and Alanis and Sarah McLachlan are. This is Joan Jett and the Black Hearts, the greatest hits, and I adore Joan Jett. She is a rock goddess, and I'm not even going to mention any of the songs on here. You should know them. They are Joan Jett and the Black Hearts. This is Stevie Nicks' first album, Belladonna. My favorite song on here is probably Kinda Woman, which I didn't even know existed until I got this CD. And it's probably my favorite song by Stevie Nicks. Besides Edge of 17, obviously, but I wouldn't have known about it if I didn't see this CD in a gas station convenience store. Picked it up for like $5. This next one is Pat Benatar's greatest hits. I love Pat Benatar, another 80s rocker, iconic. My favorite song by her is probably Hell Is for Children, because it is. We don't believe fairy tales here, darling. And last for this case is Celtic Woman, their first album. Sheila Ruin is the best on that CD. I love Celtic Woman. I want to get some other CDs. But I don't like that their lineup changes. But whatever. Starting off strong with the second case, this is Evanescence Fallen, or as my mother called them, Effervescence. You turn that effervescence down right now. This next one is The Open Door. My favorite CD, my favorite album of theirs. Snow White Queen is the best song on that album. All the songs are great on Fallen, so it's hard for me to pick. This third one is their self-titled CD, Effervescence. Effervescence. And The Change, I think it's number 3 on that album, is the best on the album. It's a breakup song. I was in a toxic relationship at the time, and it just awakened me. It was amazing. This next one is Evanescence Synthesis. The best song on here is easily Imperfection, and the whole album is reworkings of all of their fan favorites and stuff. I'm just not that into it. They made it like orchestral and also like electronic, and made a fusion of them both, but it's just, I'm just not into it. I can't get into it. I don't know why. This next one, I don't know how to pronounce this. I never have. 200 km/h in the Wrong Lane, 10th Anniversary Edition by Tattoo. Do you guys know Tattoo? They are icons, 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 icons. The best song on here is probably Clowns. There is a new song on here. It's a ballad. It's number 1 on the track list. I don't remember what the hell it's called. Obviously, I don't listen to it that much. But that song anyway, I skip it. But it's not bad. It's pretty, but I'm hardly ever in the mood for a ballad. When I put on Tattoo, I want to like their electronica, their dance music. Like, I don't know whose idea that was to make a ballad. But Their second album, Dangerous and Moving, is even better than the first one in my opinion. There's a song on here that made me realize I was not gay but pansexual, because I was going through something at the time that I didn't realize what was happening. I was in love with both a boy and a girl, and there's a song on here called Loves Me Not, which is about that exact situation, and it just blew my mind, and that is still, for probably forever, my favorite song by Tattoo. This is their third album, Waste Management. Every time I mention Tattoo and say I have all three of their albums, a lot of people are like, they only have two, you poser. There's not a third album. There is. It's called Waste Management. It is their only album and their first album, I think, to be independent. They don't have a label for this one because their management... Let's get into this real quick. Their manager made them make out on stage in Russia when they were 12 years old. 12 years old. That is disgusting. I know that they're not really lesbians, and a lot of people call them liars for that, but they were literal kids. I don't think they knew any better. And Julia, the dark-haired one, is a bitch, and she's homophobic as hell. But Lena Katsina, the red-headed one, is a lovely person, and she loves all people, and I think that y'all are being too harsh on her, because just because Julia says something shitty doesn't mean that Lena believes what Julia says. She doesn't. She comes out and she's supportive of gay people. But back to this album, Waste Management, the best song on it is Fly on the Wall. This is the best of Tattoo. I have the whole collection of all of their CDs. I'm that big of a fan. The best song, this is a bunch of remixes and like singles from their first two albums. But I really love the remix of Loves Me Not on this album. It's really good. And I love the story of Tattoo. I know it's a fairy tale and it's not real, but it gave me hope at the time. I thought it was like two lesbian girls that ran away from home because their parents didn't want to be together, and then they got big on writing songs, and that was in my head what happened. Obviously it's not true, but the fairy tale is still pretty to think about. This next one is another duo called M2M. The album is called Shades of Purple. You might know their song, Don't Say You Love Me, You Don't Even Know Me. It's from the Pokemon soundtrack. That's the best song on the album, honestly. There's a couple good ones. Mirror Mirror is good. This next one's from My Gaze, the best of Cher. Everything by Cher is iconic. You should know this by now. I love Cher. This next one is the greatest hits of Kelly Clarkson. I know a lot of people don't like Kelly Clarkson. I think she gets a bad rap. I think she's a good person, and I like her voice. This next one is LeAnn Rimes' all-time greatest hits. You can see it. I love everything by LeAnn Rimes. She... Obviously, the soundtrack to Coyote Ugly that she did is her best stuff, and it's on here. This next one is Curly, Love is Dead. I love Curly. I love all of her CDs. I wanted to get her EP in CD form. I was too late for that, and this last album that she's done, it has not been released in CD form, so that sucks. But the best songs on this album is probably Hurt Me, I Want Nothing, and Creationist. I found this at a dollar store and I couldn't say no. I'm not even kidding. Bad by Michael Jackson. The album. Like his best album. Are you kidding? That's when he was hot too. Fuck yes. I just listened to it like 3 hours ago cleaning. He still got it. Obviously he's... a lot of people think that he's done some inappropriate things. I will not mention those things on this channel. We are only talking about his music. If he did do those things, obviously I disagree with them and denounce them, and obviously that's wrong. But the best song on this album, honestly, I really like Smooth Criminal and Dirty Diana. Evanescence did a cover of Dirty Diana, which is amazing, by the way. I love all of his stuff, though. Michael Jackson's an icon. Are you kidding? Michael Jackson. Okay. Best of Celine Dion. I love Celine. Celine is the best. She might not write her music, but she doesn't have to write, darling. She has the voice. She's the white Whitney Houston. I shouldn't say that because their voices are completely different. But they are two powerhouse vocalists. I really, really like the song she did for Titanic, My Heart Will Go On. It's on here. I also really like basically everything she's ever done. But my other favorite thing is That's the Way It Is. I had like a spiritual awakening to that song. I don't think that it was anything anymore because I'm atheist, obviously, but at the time I thought that Isis was singing that song to me, the Egyptian goddess. I was that indoctrinated, isn't that silly? But this next one is one I got recently and I'm very happy with. Vertical Horizon, Everything You Want. And I loved that band when I was a kid. Did not have the CD, but every time one of their songs came onto the radio, I was glued. Everything You Want is one of my favorite songs of all time, not even from the 90s. And I just love that song. That's such a cool freaking song. The lyrics in it are just pretty. They're poetic. This next one is Live. I don't remember the name of the album. Throwing Copper. I haven't listened to this one yet. I got it from a used bookstore a few weeks ago because of the song Lightning Crashes, which was really important to me as a kid because my sister used to play it when she was sad and she came home from high school and her and mom were fighting all the time. So it meant a lot to me and I got that CD because of it. Puddle of Mud, Come Clean. I know a lot of people don't like Puddle of Mud. Some of their songs I can't stand, to be honest with you. One of those songs is on here. She Fucking Hates Me is a garbage song, and I will say that till the end of time. But their song, Blurry, is beautiful, and I will say that to the end of time. So they're kind of hit and miss for me, but I couldn't say no to this album because, again, it was $1 from the used bookstore. And I just love that song. Blurry, it's beautiful. This last CD is NSYNC's Greatest Hits. Their greatest hits, more like it. I really like Dirty Pop. It's just called Pop, but I used to call it Dirty Pop when I was a kid, and I'm probably not going to change it because I'm used to it. But that song is a really good song. I love that song. I love all the songs on that CD, but I guess that's all for today, you guys. I love you guys. I hope you like this video. I'll probably do more of these show and tell videos later on down the road. But until then, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really would appreciate a subscribe, but honestly, if you just watch the video, I appreciate that just as much. Thank you all for your support and your love, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!